Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, on Saturday at Freedom Fest, Tommy Lahren and Kimberly Guilfoyle gave outstanding speeches, over the top good, better than I could have ever imagined. And one of their themes, which is all of our themes, is let's not take their phony, fake bullshit. They act like January 6th was this big old freaking incident. Bullshit! We now know the current chief of staff of our military, General Milley, Milquetoast, unfreaking believable, actually calls his counterpart in China to tell him information circumventing the President of the United States and our commander, meeting with other military people, swearing allegiance to him, telling them, don't worry, we're not going to attack you, and if we do, I'll warn you. It is treason. It makes January 6th look like the nothing that it is. What's going to happen to General Milley? Now, folks, thank God we got all these great teammates. Cruz, Paul, Rubio, the rest of them, Jordan, Trump, Fox News, Newsmax. We got great teammates. They're in positions much bigger than ours. But you freaking believe that? And remember, he has a conversation with Nancy Pelosi, nuclear codes and all this crap? Unbelievable. I love Trump's response. Fake news, but if it's true, he needs to be tried for freaking treason. There's an old expression. Oh, remember how he dogged Trump after he walked out to that Lafayette Park, that one thing where Trump had the Bible and he dogged Trump there? There's an old expression we used to use on the farm. Who died and left you, freaking boss? Mr. Milley, General Milley. Screw you, Milley, and screw all the generals and the people in the military. Like Laura Ingraham said last night, I stayed up till 4:30 in the morning, so I watched some of the Fox stuff while I was working. Laura Ingraham said, you know what, our military hasn't won a freaking war since World War II. And it isn't because of our soldiers and our technology, is it? It's because of the assholes that are running our freaking military. Blinken doesn't, little schoolboy Blinken, he looks like he's an 8th grade elementary freak, an 8th grade social studies teacher. Blinken's out there saying, I don't know if that drone hit a terrorist or an aid worker. An aid worker with little kids. Can you imagine if that was Trump? Can you imagine if that was Trump? Arizona sues Biden on the mandate. Told you, they're all going to start doing it. New York, nice mandate win. I covered that in Bulldog show number 2. Newsom wins. Ooh, where the registration of Democrat to Republican is 2-1. Ooh, he wins his big freaking recall. He's done. He'll never be president like he wanted to. You look at him and his wife, Ken and Barbie, they just think they're more handsome and more smart than everybody. They're phony little, they're the type to dress up their kids in like the most extraordinary expensive stuff. Ooh, look at our little children. Going to freaking expensive restaurants with no masks. Phony as hell. California, you suck. You don't solve any of your problems. You got more problems. You let your state burn. You let your cities have crime. You're a joke. You're a joke. You just keep that Newsom guy. You just kept him. You and your Hollywood freaking phony asses. A Virginia teacher says following directions is white supremacy. Sounds logical to me. Bozos. South Texas Hispanics are voting Republican. Think about that. Maybe their plan of immigration is going to blow up on them big time. Facebook admits that Instagram causes great problems for young girls with their images. Now just think about this, folks. All this Me Too crap, all this concern about all this stuff, the way they've sexualized everything. The American Communist 10 sexualizes everything. Here you have the American Communist 10, the social media sector, led by Facebook and their Instagram. They act like that they care about people. They freaking know that they're harming little girls with their image, with their content. You know, growing up, I got grandchildren that are growing up in this world. Now, thank God that my grandchildren have great parents to protect them, but it is unfreaking believable. Can you imagine the pressure on children, especially middle school, teenager, with social media? I'm throwing down right now. I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say the people. But I tell you right now, our school system is part of the freaking problem. Twin Hawful, will somebody do me a favor? Will somebody who knows who the principal and assistant principal at Twin Hawful is, make sure that they get this freaking video? I just want you all to know that I'm coming, because somebody that I love very much is being affected by your bullshit. So I'm just warning you, I'm coming. Norm Macdonald, and on a sad note, but a high note. Norm Macdonald was, okay, he wasn't Eddie Murphy. He wasn't Kevin Hart, maybe. He wasn't in that stratosphere, but he was in that level right under him. You know, he wasn't Seinfeld. Good old Norm Macdonald. He's like Rodney Dangerfield, you know, just solid as a comedian you'd ever get. His deadpan humor, that dry voice, you know, all of his roles in those Adam Sandler movies, his characters on Saturday Night Live, he was as good with the deadpan, not laugh, not smile, dry freaking humor as anybody. 61 years old, cancer got him. Sad. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Rest in peace, Norm.